Good afternoon, everybody. How are y'all doing? Welcome out to the stream. I hope you guys are doing well. There you go, Ash. I hope you have a wonderful time with that patchy squeak. Welcome out, Ashley, and welcome out, Star. How are you guys doing? Let me tell you guys, I've been really busy outside of stream. I've been really busy outside of stream, so like I have not had much time to like reply to anybody who's messaged me and stuff like that. Did you see what I sent? I did see what you sent. I saw it like literally 10 minutes before I started stream, Star. But guys, today we're continuing our Phoenix Wright final case and Justice for All. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome out everybody who's in Lurk and not Cherry 11. I'm starting to think that that might be Cherry 11, but thank you so much for the follow while we were offline. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are doing absolutely amazing. A couple reminders before we start the last case back up. We are taking a break starting on Saturday. So don't expect any content until like the 27th or the 28th after Saturday, guys. Friday will be the last stream. We should be able to get it this done by the end of Friday. If not, we will go longer on Friday. It just depends. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and I'm actually like super excited for a break. Although I do love what I do, breaks are pretty necessary because like eventually you just enter this mindset where like you're like no brain grinding and like that's fine, that's great for some, but like I don't like doing that. I really don't. I kind of hate it. So yeah, that's the thing. I'm excited for it just so I can like reset a little bit and produce some better content for you guys when we come back. Other than that though, I hope you guys are doing well. Make sure that you guys take breaks as well, and I hope that you guys do have some cool stuff planned for your Christmas or holiday vacations, whichever holidays you celebrate. So yeah, YouTube's logo is whack. Do they have a new logo for YouTube? It's the same logo for my YouTube. Maybe I'm just in the past. Maybe I'm just old. I'm living in the past. But for those of you that don't know, apparently last time we played this, we found out that Franziska von Karma got shot and thus forced Edgeworth to take on the case to defend against us. We got all the way up until the first recess in the case. I don't know how many recesses there's gonna be, but we are currently on the first recess and we are supposed to find out who actually killed Juan Carita, which is the Jammin' Ninja, and we are defending one Matt on guard, who is the Nickel Samurai. So yeah, it's not like perfect carbon copy, but it is a pretty big copy of the Steel Samurai case, which I don't like, but I mean, it's still pretty good in its own right. So I mean, hey, I'm excited, and after this, after we come back from our break and everything, we will probably start Trials and Tribulations. So I hope that you guys are excited for that, because I really have heard a lot of good things about Trials and Tribulations of Phoenix Wright. I heard that some people said that their favorite case is in Trials and Tribulations. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. Other than that, without further ado, let me go ahead and load up Phoenix Wright, and then we can hop in. Sound good? Sound good, everybody? Sound good? I think it sounds great. It's on the mini logo. The mini logo becomes Minecraft. Oh yeah, because they hit 1 trillion Minecraft views. Which is fucking cool. I'm super excited that they actually hit 1 trillion Minecraft views. That's actually like really huge. But like, I'm surprised that it wasn't sooner. Like it's huge, but I'm still surprised it wasn't sooner. I feel like there are some videos that just were not marked as Minecraft. Probably, so yeah. That is the thing. But with all the recap done, let's go ahead and jump into episode 4 of Phoenix Wright Justice for All, Farewell My Turnabout. I've been told that this is the last case, guys. I've been told that this is the last case. That's why I've been putting it off for so long. So yeah, If it's not the last case, then we will play the last case after I come back for my vacation. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue Farewell My Turnabout. March 22nd, 2:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Oh my god, I forgot about him. Dude, I can't believe that Adrian... No way! Not cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who had easy access to the knife you used at dinner was... well, her. So after the ceremony, during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time. See, she could have also easily planted that blood-covered button in your Hakama. Because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying it really was her? Yes, she's the real killer. She's the one who murdered Juan Carreta. But why? I thought she was buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about? I'm sure you'll see by the time this trial's over. It'll be alright. I'll get you acquitted by the end of today. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude. I hate him so much. He reminds me way too much of Ezreal from fucking League of Legends, and I just want to punch him. He's got a very punchable personality. Oh god, I forgot Pearls was imitating Mia. Phoenix, you think her motive is related to Celestin Pax's missing suicide note, right? Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Pax as her strength and reason to live. But then Miss Pax suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note in the person thought to have hidden it. Is Juan Carreta the victim of this murder? And that's why I think Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Carreta. All to get the suicide note back. That sounds plausible, but one thing bothers me. What? Who was it that first told us about their relationship? Better stated, Miss Andrews' dependency issues with regards to Miss Pax. It was Edgeworth, wasn't it? It was Edgeworth. Okay. But at the time, Edgeworth couldn't have known that he was defending. Or, I mean, not defending, prosecuting. Unless Edgeworth is working with Killer, in which we have bigger issues to attend to, I feel like. It looks like he's still in... Fuck. It looks like he's still the one in command of this ship. Don't let your guard down yet. March 22nd, 2:25 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. The court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you please. The prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by this court. Miss Adrian Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in the Mr. Juan Carreta's room. She still has that freaking card, too. What is your occupation? I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt on guard. I see. Now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yes, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing, and would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. No, I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard of Gossipland. If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim. Yes, I was seeing Mr. Carreta. I was also aware of the rivalry that existed between Matt and Juan. But this was a private matter, between Juan and myself. So it was a fry and bait matter. Or was that bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. But I didn't kill him. No one is accusing you of that yet. I think there's someone who would beg to differ. Hey! Don't be so mean! I think we all understand your relationship with the victim now, Miss Andrews. Very well then. Witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that had taken place. Alright. Alright. Card. Alright. Card. She thinking. Alright. Thinking. Card. Thinking. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And then there was his dead body. I was in shock. So I calmly placed down my glass. Obviously. Very calm-like, I would never drop such thing and stain the carpet. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. I felt as though I was about to faint. So I poured what? I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice, as one does when they just seen a body. You poured yourself a glass of juice? Yes, sadly, I didn't remember not to touch things at the scene of the crime. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing. And that is when the fingerprints on the wine glass were made, Your Honor. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix. She's one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match. Yes, I know. In order to catch a person in order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You should disrupt her pacing. Disrupt her pacing? She's the type of woman who is easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack her when she least expects it. The instant you let up on your offense is the instant this trial is over. Understand? Are you telling me to spam the Q button? Oh, Mia, you shouldn't have. Don't mind me. Chat, Mia told me to do it, so you gotta understand. And what was Mr. On Guard doing at the time? He was taking a nap. He was worn out from his many performances as the Nickel Samurai during the ceremony. Mr. On Guard did say he was taking a nap. Then I guess you could say it could not have been taken out of his room, yes? Excuse me? It? What are you? Right, I thought years of school would have taught you how to construct a sentence. Oh my god. Fucking grammar ninja over here. If you can't make a sensible sentence with a subject, then I'll make one for you. Watch. Mahogany! Good enough. Did you, Miss Andrews, remove Mr. On Guard's knife from his room? No. Subject, verb, object, right. Did you skip basic grammar? The witness may continue. Okay, listen, Edgeworth, I love you a lot, but I really want to fucking just strangle you right now. After that, I went to Juan's room. And why did you do that? As a friendly gesture, Juan was to make an appearance with the other heroes. So the show was supposed to be a show of friendship, huh? Press her hard. Is that the only reason? I beg your pardon. What are you implying? You had a certain goal in mind when you started to get close to him, correct? So perhaps you had a more personal matter to discuss with the victim. Sorry, but I didn't have any such intentions in mind at that time. She's smirking! Smirking equals lying! Lying equals we have her right where we want her, chat! I can't get her to talk without a strong piece of evidence, I guess. May we continue now? Witness, what did you see when you got into his room? And there was his dead body. I was in shock. So why did you calmly pour yourself a glass of juice? You were in shock. What? Was I not supposed to be? Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Kurita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young beauty like her would not be shocked. Objection! Edgeworth, beauty has nothing to do with how shocked you are at the scene of a crime. I mean, somehow I don't think beauty... Oh, wait. Wait. Anyways, I see. What I saw was naturally the exact same scene as in the crime scene photo. This is the photo you're referring to, correct? Yes, the one with the knife lodged in his chest. And the guitar case was like this too? Yes, it was open and empty, of course. And then what did you do next, witness? I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. Why? Like, this is the most confusing part. Juice. Yes, there was a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself. Are you desperate for hydration at a crime scene? Have a V8. But you didn't drink any of it, did you? Huh? There were no lip marks left on this wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it. I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking it. Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm with you one more time. When you discovered the dead body of Juan Carrito, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself the glass of juice, correct? Oh, get her, Phoenix, get her! And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you. Aren't you rude today? I was so dazed that I made one careless mistake. That one thing. What one thing? Never mind. It's no big deal. What was she starting to say just now? Yeah, that was a little sussy. Mahogany! Miss Andrews. I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what this mistake was. Actually, so would I. I'm sorry. It's kind of embarrassing. When I set the glass down on the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. The flower vase? Are you talking about the one on the floor in the crime photo? This mess of glass shards? That wouldn't account for literally everything else to the bottom left there, though. It was originally on top of the dresser, but when I bumped into it with my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Why did you withhold such an important piece of information? I'm sorry. I thought that since the crime scene was already in disarray, that people would simply assume the vase was just another part of the mess. It looks like yet another fact has come to light here. Please add this and anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. I didn't touch anything else. Okay. Where it fell onto the guitar case. Wouldn't there be shards in the guitar case? But there's not any. Yeah, there's no shards in the guitar case. What kind of flower vase was it? It was a glass vase, and it was fairly big and heavy. I thought I would try to take Juan's pulse, so I set the glass I was holding down on the dresser. And that's when my elbow accidentally hit the vase. That's odd. I thought she was always in total control of herself. That's what she would like people to think. Always be mindful of the gap between your perception and reality. It doesn't sound like there's any glaring contradictions in her testimony just now. I warned you earlier that she would not crack so easily. The only way to make her is to keep on the offensive and not let up. The only way you're going to catch her is with some very strong, decisive evidence. I have to find something. I just have to. For Maya's sake. Okay. It was time for the show to start, so I went to get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. It fell onto the guitar case. If it fell onto the guitar case, how the hell would it not have had pieces of glass in the guitar case? I don't know if this is right, but like, I feel like there should be pieces of glass in the guitar case, right? Am I crazy for that? Okay, well, you guys know the deal. You guys, just gonna do that real quick. All right, let's present the guitar case, because I genuinely feel like there would be pieces of glass in it. You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is this correct? Yes. And are you sure it fell onto the guitar case? Is there some problem with what I said? It's not some problem. It's a major problem. It's true that the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what is so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, mahogany! If that was true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside. Well, kind of same reasoning, but you know what? We came to the same conclusion, Phoenix, so I appreciate that. That's very true. Furthermore, there is one other strange thing about this guitar case. What is that? Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor. And what's wrong with that? If the guitar case was open when the vase fell... Now he's getting to the good part. There we go. The glass shard should be inside, not outside. What is your point, Wright? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over. Is that all? No. Think back to what Miss Andrews testified to. She said that other than the vase, she didn't touch anything else. Yes, that's right. She did implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case. But this whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing on this case at all. That may very well be. However, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, doesn't it? It seems that there is no deeper meaning to the guitar case. Well, Mr. Wright, do you think we need to hear more details about the guitar case? Yeah. How did the guitar case get open after Juan had died and she had already dropped the vase? She wouldn't have known that the guitar wasn't in there. The empty guitar case. Mahogany! I believe this is a crucial piece of the puzzle. I can't believe anyone would reach for straws like this, but it is you. I can't believe I'm doing this either. All right, I'll follow along for now. Miss Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case. Yes, Your Honor. Alrighty. Guitar case get? I don't remember too I don't remember too clearly. I don't remember too clearly. I don't remember too clearly. I did it. I did it. I did the thing. I read the word because I was a bit dazed. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all. I don't remember too Kukyugaba. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know. Ma'am? It looks like this really wasn't a very important point. This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and start the cross-examination. Using any way to change the topic, a convenient escape for a weak man. Shut up, cauliflower ear! Fight you, Edgeworth. The guitar case. Okay, so stay on the offensive, stay on the offensive, stay on the offensive. Yeah! During your testimony just now, did you remember those events clearly in your mind?
Well, you see...
Are you sure you're the one who opened the guitar case?
She's waiting for someone to tell her if she should answer or not.
Sounds like her dependent side is taking over. Well, Miss Andrews?
Yes, it was me. I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over.
Mahogany! So you opened the guitar... I don't know why. I said guitar right, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. So you opened the guitar case, then?
Yes. Well, maybe.
Why did you open the guitar case?
Huh?
Mr. Kurita's dead body was right there in front of you, wasn't it? I would think that the first thing you would do is call for help, not open a guitar case. As the witness has said multiple times when she found the dead body, she was dazed.
Maybe I was curious to know if the bright red guitar was alright or not.
Oh yes, I have a dead human being, but heaven forbid this musical instrument used in the multimedia film The Jammin' Ninja is harmed. How dare it?
I thought maybe the criminal took it.
Why would she care about the bright red guitar?
But getting back on topic. It's not a big deal though, right? The case was empty after all.
Was it really empty?
Huh?
I was just wondering if maybe when you opened the case, the guitar was still inside. How long have you been a lawyer, Mr. Wright? Have a little professionalism. Well, granted, it's only been like a year, I'm pretty sure, Edgeworth. I had my first case, like, literally defending my friend Larry. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. Those trials would be over in half the time if you would just pay attention. Yes, pay more attention, Mr. Wright. Sorry.
As for why I opened the case, even I don't know.
Was that because you were shocked and dazed at discovering the victim's body?
Yes, that's probably it.
I'm not going to get anywhere if I continue pressing her like this. The only way to make her talk is with evidence. I guess I should give it a try. Okay, if there was fingerprints on the glass, then there should have been fingerprints on the guitar case, right?
Come on, Phoenix. We can't afford to let up on her now.
I wasn't planning on letting up, but...
She's at her weakest now, so this is our chance.
Yeah, if we had a weapon to hit her with... What the... Wait, hold on.
I'm sure a weapon is hiding somewhere in the court record waiting to be found.
So, it's this, right? We didn't find any fingerprints on it. It would be this. But only on the top of the lid bears Kurita's fingerprints. There's no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
Why would you say that?
It's elementary, my dear. Mahogany! Need I go further? Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim. What is it, Miss Andrews?
You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case.
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you that I was wearing gloves at the time? Bitch, you have fingerprints on the glass!
Gloves? Then why would you be wearing gloves at the time?
It was the night of the award ceremony, so of course I dressed up for the occasion. Yes, now I remember. I am almost sure I was wearing a pair of thin gloves.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the scene of the crime. That's strange. You were wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I was not wearing gloves at the time?
Mahogany! I have your proof right here. I got your permit right here. What's going on, Yo-Yo? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Edgeworth, you were there, you know? What do you mean he was there? He wasn't there. He wasn't at the ceremony that I know of. I don't think he was. This wine glass.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on this wine glass. Even if you took your gloves off when you poured yourself this glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case? Sorry, the teleprompter had to finish, you know, so a little pause in the dramaticism of this whole thing, but yeah. Oh, Jesus! Oh, she has a spare. Never mind, we're good. She can still see. Oh, that was almost tragic. Water! Water!
Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe that guitar case plays a very important role here.
But it's just an empty case.
I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar. The bright red guitar was at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions. What was in the guitar case was not the bright red guitar.
You don't mean it was a bright white guitar? Wait, that's alright either. I admitted it would be unnatural for someone to do that. So the witness was not wearing gloves despite the fact that on the case. Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic and lull us all into his misguided... Mahogany! No, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it was wide open in this photo of the crime scene. Mahogany. I'm sure this guitar case has some relation to the murder. To the murder. If you're so sure, Wright, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Mahogany! Please enlighten us as to why that guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder. Can you do that, Mr. Wright? Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in the case. The bright red guitar not being the only thing. You don't mean to suggest that a bright black guitar what? No, I already got that line of reasoning, Your Honor. It's not a bright white one either, I promise. So you intend to push your theory that the case was not empty, is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove. Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proven anything yet. Now then, let's have it. What was inside this case at the time of the murder? The fucking wine glass. Would it have been the button? What would this be? What would be inside the case at the time of the murder? I actually have no fucking clue, dude. It's not my Magatama. Would it be this radio transceiver? No, it wouldn't be the radio transceiver because we got that from Will, I believe, which was provided by the hotel. Huh? A press conference ticket? But that wouldn't make sense either, right? I feel like the button would make sense because like it popped off and fell into it. I'm so confused. Is it? I doubt it's the fucking suicide report, right? There's no way it's the suicide report. I doubt it's the attempted suicide report either, because I'm assuming... It has to be one of these two, is what I'm thinking, right? Like, it has to be one of these two because... The suicide report, if he brought up the suicide report and said something about that, that would probably make Adrian go into a fucking rage. But also, this could be possible because it just, like, literally popped off, like, when they were doing whatever. Is this common knowledge? Is this open to the public? Is this suicide report open to the public? Okay, what about... I don't think the magazine clipping would have been in there, right? Hold on. It doesn't give us, like, any details on this. This, I just don't get what it would be. It wouldn't be a Nickel Samurai photo. I feel like this. I feel like it's the suicide report, but I don't know if it's common knowledge to the people to have this. So that's why I'm a little, like, confused on it. I'm gonna say the button for now? No, it's not this. And why would something like that be inside a guitar case, let alone this one? Why, Mr. Wright, why? Well, I just thought it might have been possible. I have a suggestion. Why don't you put that in the void where your brain is supposed to be? Yes, never bring it out again. Oh, ouch. That hurts. Can't a foolishly foolish fool get some love? Do you still think you can prove your theory? Can you prove the guitar case was not empty at the time of the murder? What the hell is it? Okay, we're gonna save in case I do game over. I'm not gonna do a frickin' load unless we do game over, though. What was in the case at the time of the murder? Magazine clipping would make sense? I don't know, man. Like, the magazine clipping would at least give them some reason to be like, hey, we gotta talk about this. They know that we've been seeing. They know that we've been, they know that we've been skirt. So that's the thing with that. The Jammin' Ninja's button wouldn't have been in there at the time of the murder. It would have been in there after the murder. I mean, the tablet's the only other thing that makes sense. Lotta's camera, we've already determined, is with, Old Bag. The radio transceiver just literally makes no sense. Why would he have a press conference ticket? This is the only other thing, right? Okay, just kidding. Just kidding. That was a good joke, wasn't it, Judgy? Yes. It was a guitar case inside of a guitar case. It was a Matryoshka guitar case. It wouldn't have been the wine glass. Was it the attempted suicide report? I don't fucking... Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't think he knew about that. The only thing that makes sense is the button, but like, why would that have been in the guitar case? If that was in the guitar case, wouldn't there have been literally like... I'm so... Okay, now I'm just confused. Now I'm just so confused. Okay. What? Why? The fucking knife wouldn't make sense. Yeah, I don't understand either, Edgeworth. Trust me. It doesn't make sense. None of this is matching up to me either. Just leave me alone. I'm throwing everything out here. It wouldn't be a fucking... Was it a radio transceiver? He brought her a map. Wasn't the wine glass wouldn't make sense either. How the fuck are you gonna carry it? I don't understand. I don't get it. Edgeworth, help me. Sending out signal. SOS. It's not fucking Lotta's camera. Sure. Okay, so it's literally... Do I have that piece of evidence? I'm so confused right now. I am just so confused right now. What? It wouldn't have been his own autopsy report. It wouldn't have been his own crime photo. It wouldn't have been Lotta's photo because this is after the crime. It wouldn't have been my attorney's badge or Magatama. It wouldn't have been the photo that Maya gave me. We have tried everything else other than the knife, which was found inside of him. Which, why would that have been in the fucking guitar case? And we haven't found the fucking, like, the camera. Is it the fucking knife? That's what I was thinking, Edgeworth. Okay. It does. What? Haven't we tried literally everything else? I'm so fucking confused. It wouldn't have been the fucking camera. I know it wouldn't have been the camera, Edgeworth, but I'm just throwing it out there because I'm fucking confused. We've done this, this, and this. The only things that are left are the fucking guitar case itself, my Magatama, my attorney's badge, the Nickel Samurai photo, Lotta's photo, Juan's autopsy report, and the crime scene photo. What? None of these could have been in there. This was with Old Bag. This was given to us by the police department. I'm assuming that was taken by the police department. Fucking nickel samurai picture? This is the only thing we haven't tried, right? What? Why? How am I supposed... Huh? Okay, Phoenix, right? No. Spin this story. Why would the picture that Maya gave us be in the fucking guitar case? No, spin this web. I would love to know. This is a photograph. Yes, but what is important is what is in that picture, Your Honor. In this picture. It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is... Inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. Okay, that is... Okay. What? You see, I figured that there was a costume in there, but like, showing a photo, I did not think they would line the two up. And we didn't have evidence for a costume, that's why I threw it out of my brain. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Right, what are you saying? That the witness opened the guitar case to take out the costume? What insane point would there be to doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, could you, Miss Andrews? I refuse to accept your theory. Mahogany! Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea? Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get this shot, correct? Ew. You mean this photo? Water! It looks like we've wandered into quite another mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix. All it took was 3 reloads, Mia. You can't stop me when I have the power of Sans on my side. Well, you know my strategy. Reload first, ask questions later. So the real murderer was hiding inside a costume. Wait 1 second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt on guards. Mahogany. So why would something of the defendant be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case of all places. True. That is a little baffling. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was this Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case? It would have been a spare costume, right? It wouldn't have been a stolen costume. I think it was a spare. Okay, question. Like, Matt didn't know about any press meeting, right? Was Juan supposed to be the one to go to the press meeting and stuff? I would say it was a spare. Mr. On Guard did not take his costume off during the break period. In that case, the costume we are talking about was a spare one. What? Then, are you saying that on the night of the murder, there were 2 nickel samurai costumes at the Gatewater Hotel? Yes, that is what I'm saying. And how do you explain the costume that was inside the guitar case?
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
Not right, because he didn't have his guitar in it, so what if the victim wasn't the one that brought the guitar case? But why? The victim, Mr. Kurita, was the German ninja. Why would he secretly bring the nickel samurai spare costume with him? What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? And therein lies the sticking point.
What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue?
Huh? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. Why do you think the victim had the nickel samurai spare costume?
Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you. Can we just backtrack to the part where you said, do you think you can explain this one? Because I don't think I can. Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the nickel samurai spare costume to the hotel was... this? What? Oh my fucking lord. Were they planning to get rid of Matt On Guard as the main character, and they were planning on just having Juan as the main fucking nickel samurai? That is so tricksy. That would have been hilarious.
What is this?
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
Press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at this conference.
I heard about this as well. For once you're not making something up, Wright.
But what struck me as strange was that Mr. On Guard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
But how can that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was set up by none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Kurita himself.
The victim?
Yes. The spare nickel samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Kurita was going to hold the press conference as the nickel samurai.
He was going to dress up as the nickel samurai and hold a conference. But why would the victim do such a thing?
That's something I don't quite know yet. However, what I am concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at that conference.
The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself.
Which means that Juan Kurita, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Matt On Guard.
Yes, I guess that is what it would mean.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession, that's public disclosure.
Miss Andrews?
I can see why you are pros at what you do.
Pardon me?
Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan.
Miss Andrews, please offer us an explanation for this.
I was the one he asked to help set it up. And the person who was prepared to the person who prepared the second costume for him, that was also me.
You?
Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway.
He was going to ruin him, huh?
It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a powerful secret. So powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Oh! Interesting. What?
And do you know what this secret of Mr. On Guards is, Miss Andrews?
That's something only Juan knew. I don't know what it is.
I see.
I've probably been coming off quite suspicious to everyone. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt, after all.
Protect On Guard?
And yet again, another strange bit of truth comes to light, it seems. Miss Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth behind your behavior.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
Oh my god, we have another cross-examination. Oh, the trial that never ends.
From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what, and he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course, the button and the knife. But I'm Matt's manager, so I felt that I had to protect him.
This does account for everything.
Well, I am the logical type. We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit.
If the defense can find no fault with the testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. Please keep that in mind as you cross-examine, Mr. Wright.
Looks like somehow everything has swung to the opposite end of the scale again. That just means I have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down. Okay. Continue. Would you say that was your intuition speaking to you?
Don't confuse my methods of reasoning with your own. If you want to prove that someone did something, you need 3 things.
3 things?
A motive, an opportunity to commit the crime, and finally, decisive evidence. And if you think these 3 things through, the answer becomes quite clear. You should have already known that, Phoenix.
Shut the fuck up, Mia! I am working my lawyering magic. In case you didn't know, I can just reset, so I do not care what you say to me right now, because I can make it to where it didn't happen. Nerd.
May I continue now? Matt had to kill Juan no matter what.
Hold on a second. So why would you say this need came from the press conference?
Yes, do you know why Juan chose the event in that hotel for the conference? Because that was when he could cause the most damage to the public's beloved Matt on Guard.
You know this plan, didn't you, Miss Andrews?
Yes, because I was the one who set up the conference and prepared the costume.
But I'm sure Mr. On Guard himself didn't know anything about the press conference.
Oh, really? Can you show me any proof that he didn't know about the press conference?
Anyway, the important thing here is that the information was not in your testimony.
Yes, I agree, Miss Andrews. Please correct your testimony, if you please.
Grasping at straws now, are we, Mr. Wright?
Always. Especially the bendy ones. Okay, so I'm assuming that the added part of the testimony is something to do with it. He didn't have an alibi for the time of the murder. Okay, makes sense. But didn't you already testify earlier that Matt on Guard was taking a nap in his room? Are you telling me now that that too was a lie so you could cover for Matt on Guard?
I'm not telling you anything of the sort. When I went to get him for the show, he honestly was sleeping. However, as to whether he was sleeping the entire time, that I cannot say. I was too busy setting up the stage at the time.
I keep trying, but I can find no flaws with what Miss Andrews has said. I can't say the same for some people here in the courtroom, however.
The judge is glaring straight at Mia.
He's glaring at you, smart guy. Hey, you shut up! My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence, of course. The button and the knife.
Okay. You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then, what about the button?
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped the button from the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
You're talking about this button, correct?
That button was found in the police of Matt's Hakama, isn't that correct? I would think that makes it very decisive evidence.
Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a guy who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes.
Does she read my thoughts? Like, why is she? I don't get it.
Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony.
That button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt.
How can we be sure that it was torn off?
I'm so confused.
Hold on a sec. And how do you know that?
When the ends of the threads and the button and the costume were matched up, they were found to fit together perfectly. Or so I heard.
I've heard that before too. But why would Miss Andrews know about this case down to such fine a detail?
Don't look at me like that. Just because I'm prepared and you are not.
And I thought I had her for sure this time. If there's anything to trip her up on, it has to be here. But where and what?
Okay.
But he was strangled. Right?
I'm so confused.
Okay, so like, if he was strangled, it still could have been a fight, right? Because he was strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Okay, nothing here that I see. I'm not gonna lie, I spaced out for a few seconds there. Let's see, what's going on here? A glossy photo Maya pushed onto me. A button was torn off of Juan during his fight with Matt. It's covered in Karita's blood found in Unguard's Hakama. Wait! No, if it was torn off during the fight, then it wouldn't be covered in blood. Because if it's torn off during the fight, then, he was killed by strangulation. So therefore, if it was torn off during the fight, it wouldn't have the blood on it. Right? He was stabbed after the fight. So, I have the idea. I understand now where the contradiction is. I understand where the contradiction is. Just give me a second here. Because I feel like there's two pieces of evidence that can make sense of this, but I'm gonna go ahead and show the autopsy report. Yes! This is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by a scarf.
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And what does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. This button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off of the costume when? After the knife was stabbed into the victim. Exactly, which means it is impossible that this button was torn off during the victim's final struggle, because the victim was strangled to death in that fight. That's right, Miss Andrews. There's no way this button was ripped off during that struggle. This button was consciously pulled off of the victim's already dead body.
Order! What is the meaning of
What is the meaning of this, Wright? So what if the button was torn off of the body after the victim had already died? What does that change?
Let me ask you one simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did that serve?
What purpose?
We know now that this button was not torn off during the fight. So the murderer took the time and effort to purposely rip this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it? Mr. Wright, does this mean you know what the murderer wanted to do with this button? What was it?
He didn't want to have a memento. He wanted to pin the crime on guard. That's the only thing that makes sense. And literally, if it was... Adrian is the only one that has access to his room, though.
To pin the crime on guard, yeah.
Okay, so question. If he... Okay, here's my thought. If Juan hid the note, right? If Juan actually did say, fuck it, I'm hiding the death note. Not Light Yagami's death note. Not the one with the big, scary, like, creepy black-haired dude. But I'm talking about if he hid the suicide death note, and then he finally brought it to light at Adrian. Adrian would have noticed that Juan had hid it. And then after reading it, she would be like, oh, you hid this from me. I'ma kill you. And then she read it, and apparently, I'm assuming that this somehow incriminates Matt. And like, maybe there was a breakup with Matt and her. I don't know. But maybe this incriminates Matt, and therefore she went and tried to plan it on Matt to get revenge? Is this all because Celeste and Pax committed suicide? Like what happened to Celeste that caused Matt to get wrapped up in this and Juan to die? Jesus Christ. I'm saving at every opportunity because I don't want to get reset, but I'm like, there's no other way that it would be a memento or to destroy evidence. It has to be the pin the crime on guard.
There's only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Mr. On Guard. There's no way anyone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right, Mr. On Guard was set up. By the real killer, of course. And the real murderer is... Well, Mr. Wright, who in the world is the real killer then? Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't let your guard down yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned to frame Mr. On Guard is... Pearl Fay. I fucking knew it.
It's not Lotta. It's not Old Bag. That wouldn't make sense. No, that wouldn't make sense. It had to have been Adrian, right? Adrian's the only one that makes sense out of these. Will would have been too tall. Lotta literally was busy looking for their camera, and Wendy was busy trying to take a picture of the camera. Juan obviously didn't... No, Juan literally couldn't have killed himself because, you know, the whole button thing. Matt didn't commit the crime because we're defending him, and obviously we wouldn't defend a murderer. This is the only one that fits the fucking bill.
Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you! You are Mr. Karita's killer.
What?
Order! Order, Mr. Wright. This is a very grave matter. Do you have any evidence to support your charge? Any evidence? All the evidence points to Miss Andrews.
How preposterous! You can't stick any of that on me.
I can't, can I? Would you care to test me?
Then what about his knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he had already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion on Mr. On Guard, naturally. A knife covered in the defendant's fingerprints could only be taken from his room. And the only one who had dinner with him and knew which knife to take was you.
Oh, dude, how many pairs does she have?
Yo, her fucking bifocals bills are gonna go up.
Then, what about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama?
This button was removed from the victim's body after he had already died. The only people who could have done so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, if Mr. On Guard was the real killer, there's no way he would have put such incriminating evidence in his own Hakama.
No! It's like the 5th set. We're gonna have to clean up glass shards, call in the Teletubbies vacuum.
The only person who could have put this button into Mr. On Guard's Hakama is the person who went to wake him up from his nap. Which is you yet again, Miss Andrews. I see. What about the empty guitar case? That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews. That costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there was just such a costume inside the guitar case? It could only have been the person who prepared the costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No,
Mahogany, but Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere to be found on the guitar case. And it was you who proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time. That's right. That's because she did not intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she had touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something else to open it. But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. Miss Andrews purposefully left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of a dead body. And to top it all off, there's this photo. A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth could believe this nickel samurai is Mr. On Guard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him. Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, are you not?
please, stop.
Mahogany! Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? I've got her to this time. Miss Andrews?
I refuse to testify.
What was that?
There's a law. It says I can't be forced to testify about something if it can incriminate me.
Wait, what? Well, yes. You are absolutely correct, Miss Andrews.
She's fucking pleading the fifth. This bitch.
The law does provide us with a way to avoid self-incrimination. By allowing a witness to not testify if the testimony can cause damage to themselves.
What?
Pleading the fifth is not something most people would think to do on the spot. Actually, thinking back to yesterday in Mr. On Guard's room.
Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood. All right. What the hell?
That's it. That's when Franziska planted this idea into her head. She must have told Miss Andrews to not testify if things looked bad.
You did a good job proving everything up to this point, Phoenix. There's still one thing you haven't done.
Something I haven't done.
Sorry, I thought it was gonna power up. What's wrong, Phoenix? Are you finished already? Run out of evidence?
What is so humorous, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sure you realize this as well, Your Honor. But everything the good lawyer here has proven up to this point is meaningless.
What?
Everything you have proven is circumstantial.
Circumstantial?
Yes, circumstantial. You have yet to prove a single piece of definitive proof. Proof that Miss Andrews did in fact harbor a wish to murder Mr. Karita.
Fuck, but that's the suicide report, and that's the stuff that he gave us. Oh, no. So that means he knows exactly what we're gonna provide as proof that she would have motive. And he probably already has a fucking counter argument all set up, doesn't he? What's going on, Sin? Lucy, Cinny, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome out to anime drama.
Miss Andrews, did you want to kill Mr. Karita?
Well, I mean, just be right up front with it, Mr. Judge. I mean, I'm sure that she'll answer truthfully. I believe this may lead to me incriminating myself, so I will abstain from answering.
But, Miss Andrews, if you do that, it would be the same as admitting your guilt, don't you think?
Maybe so, or maybe not. There's nothing to prove it either way. Besides, you don't even know what crime I would be guilty of due to my silence.
No, she's taking that defiant attitude again. But Mia, what should we do?
Somehow, we've landed in the worst possible situation.
I think we've reached a certain conclusion at this point in time. Miss Adrian Andrews has refused to testify, and the defense's theory that she is the actual murderer has not been fully substantiated with solid definitive proof.
But that's not true!
In this situation, there's only one thing this court can do, and that is to declare a recess.
Recess?
I request that both the prosecution and the defense look further into this matter. And at tomorrow's trial...
Tomorrow? We don't have a tomorrow. If we don't get a not guilty verdict today, then... Please, wait, Your Honor. That's not necessary. The trial. Please continue the trial.
What are you sweating for? Your client is getting one more day to live, isn't he?
That's not it. This isn't about that. Edgeworth, I know you know who the real killer is. Please, let the trial continue. If I don't get the verdict, then Maya... Huh?
But it's impossible to continue as long as the witness refuses to testify. Now then, this court is...
Let's go! It is not impossible for this trial to continue.
Frickin' Edgeworth! Mr. Edgeworth, what are you...
It's true Miss Andrews holds the right against self-incrimination. However, if the topic of compensation was something unrelated to whatever she may be guilty of, then she has no right to withhold testimony.
Yes, that is very true, but...
Actually, there is one little thing that I'm curious about. Miss Andrews. When you found the victim's dead body, you poured yourself a glass of juice.
Yes, and?
I can't help but think how unnatural that is. Usually when one finds a body, they're shaken up, not stirring a glass of juice.
So my actions were unusual, but I've already...
Before you speak, I want to state that if you have a reason behind your actions, I would like you to testify to that effect.
Testify?
Mahogany! Your Honor, I would like to request that the witness testify again. As to what happened when she first discovered the victim's body. Whatever we find out in this testimony should in no way implicate the witness.
I don't know what it is about Edgeworth today, but I can't get a good read off of him. Is he friend or foe? I just don't know.
The court acknowledges the prosecution's request. Miss Andrews, if you please.
Interesting.
What the fuck is going on with this case, dude? Does Edgeworth know that Maya's being held hostage? We never told him, did we? Dude, what is going on?
The glass of juice. I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. When I saw him sitting like that, the thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over.
You poured that glass of juice for the victim. Why didn't you say so in your earlier testimony?
I didn't think I needed to include something so trivial. Phoenix, please be careful here. If you can't find anything wrong with this testimony, then there's nothing left.
I know. Edgeworth, what the heck is going on in that brain of yours? Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Dude, what is happening? Okay. I was kind of like not on board at the beginning of this trial, like at the beginning, like after we had finished the investigation and everything, but I'm actually like really excited because Edgeworth is like pulling 180s out of nowhere this whole entire goddamn trial. And I just want to know more and more. Welcome out, Rainbow Penguin. Welcome out, Raiders. How are you all doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome, welcome. Welcome out to Phoenix Wright Justice for All, where we are currently trying to figure out what the hell is happening in the final case. Toogs, welcome out. How is everybody doing? I'm Lucid. I play games on the internet. I play a lot of roguelikes, RPGs, and FPSs. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy those. I hope you guys enjoy us voice acting this freaking stuff. Not gonna stay too long. I don't want many spoilers, dude. No worries. I understand, Rainbow. Guys, if you're not already following Rainbow, that's a Fi-Fi emote. I love that. I love Fi-Fi. Anyways, don't worry about not staying too long. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. This is a blind playthrough for me as well, Rainbow. I love the Fi-Fi pats. The Fi-Fi loving Fi-Fi pats. I was watching him shiny hunt not too long ago, and I was watching him shiny hunt Scyther and Absol. I think he was shiny hunting at the same time. Yeah. But no worries, if you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and dip out. It's more than welcome. And welcome out mine. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for the raid, Rainbow, and bringing your lovely community over. And if you guys are not already giving some love over to Rainbow, go give some love over to Rainbow Penguin. I'm sure they're great, as they're obviously also playing Phoenix Wright. So, Phoenix Wright's a great game. Mine, how are you doing? And also, I'm assuming you're leaving because of spoilers as well, Toogs. Thank you guys so much for joining in on the raid. If you guys want to dip out because of spoilers, you're more than welcome. This is the last case in Justice for All. But yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Anyways, let's continue with the testimony, shall we?
That glass of juice, I didn't really pour it for myself. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. And Juan, he was sitting slumped over, looking in the corner, so I'm sitting like that. Okay, so she poured it for Juan. I was surprised when I walked in the room and saw it in that messy state. If it was, I want to press that, I think. Sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. He wasn't in a corner. Hold on. He was sitting in a chair. Excuse me? Also, thank you so much for the follows, Rainbow, and, oh god, apparently scrolling does that, so that is very interesting. Thank you so much for the follows, Rainbow and the Mine. I appreciate it. I hope you guys, enjoy your time in the graveyard. We'll get your gravesite ready momentarily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna say this is what's weird. Slumped over. Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping. Is it just me, or did that right there sound a little odd? Yeah, like, this is odd. He isn't over in a corner.
He's in a chair. Do we bring up the chair? I'm gonna go ahead and save real quick. Because, like, I genuinely feel like this is just the chair here, right? It has to be the chair. Oh, music didn't change. Oh, Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the, okay, well, nope, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. Before that happens, let's reload. Shall we? Haha, great gameplay. Anyways, what do we have here then? Tired looking. He was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. I thought that he was dead. The thought he was dead didn't cross my mind, to be honest. I thought he had just fainted or something, so I went to pour him some juice. I realized that he was dead. That's when I knocked the flower vase over. What about the knife? Is it the knife? I guess it would be the knife, right? What about this? Oh no, because she said that she used the knife to cut the, or she said that she found the knife there, right? That she found the knife in the body? And that everything pointed to Matt because of it? Is it this? Oh, it doesn't. Yep. Okay, well. I feel like that's what it would be, right? He was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. What? Slumped over. Yes, he was just sitting there with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping. Just me, or did that right there sound a little odd? How would you not notice the fucking knife? Okay, whatever. We'll just press the other things. Then what did cross your mind? I thought maybe he had smashed everything up in anger because he lost the Grand Prix, and then felt tired after his rampage, so he decided to take a nap. Anyways, that's what I thought.
I see, so you didn't think he was dead at all?
To be honest, I thought he had just fainted or something. Okay. You thought he fainted? I thought he was asleep at first, but then the room was in such a messy state. I thought maybe he had gotten into a fight with someone.
And that's why you went to pour a glass of juice?
Yes, he always has a hard time waking up. So, Juan always has a glass of tomato juice to drink. That sounds so disgusting. I hate that.
I see, and after that, what happened next?
When I realized that he was dead, that's when I knocked the flower vase over. Okay, well, I guess I'll just press everything here. But there wasn't anyone else in the room, right? Of course not. Then, who did you pour it for? Mr. Wright, there is a rhyme and reason for everything. Can you wait just a little longer for it to be revealed to you?
In other words, Wright, be quiet and listen.
Precisely. I couldn't have said it better myself. Alright. So, it was a mess? Are you sure it wasn't messy because of your fight with Mr. Kurita? Okay, yeah, that's a good reason to object. I understand your frustrations at not being able to prove your theory. However, before you go accusing people of crimes, go find yourself some evidence. And then, what did you see next, witness? And Juan was just sitting there slumped over. Okay, this is the only thing that doesn't make sense. What about the fact that he had a fucking knife sticking out of him, dude? What about the knife, though? Right? Okay. Come on, Lucy, think. You got this. You got this. This is easy. This is easy sauce. You should know this. If he didn't have... No, he would have had to have had the knife sticking out of him at that point, right? I don't understand how that does not contradict the fact that you would have a freaking knife sticking out of his chest, but you thought that he was sleeping? Bro, like, how dumb is you? Like, it's so stupid. Sorry about that, chat. Yeah, but like, literally, like, if you walked into the room and he was already strangled with the scarf, like, meaning that he was slumped and bent over, either she would have had to have stabbed him, which, for whatever reason, makes no goddamn sense. Why would you just go and stab him? Oh, you're gonna protect your client? Yeah, but you're also gonna be found as an accomplice and put in jail, so, like, I'm just so off. What about... Doesn't that contradict Oldbag's testimony as well? Okay, we'll do this. And how did you come to realize that he was in fact dead? I shook him over and over and never got a response, so I set the glass down on the dresser and tried to take his pulse. I was shocked and staggered backward. And knocked the flower vase over, so that's what happened. Yes. This is what it all comes down to. Huh? This is the absolute end for both sides, and Adrian is letting her guard down. Phoenix now has our best chance yet to get the kill on the prosecution's case. Isn't that a bit harsh? Miss Andrews, will you tell us the truth this time? Okay, that makes sense. She poured it for Juan. I was surprised when I walked into the room and saw it in that messy state. Okay, and Juan, he was sitting slumped over and tired looking in the corner. I already tried both the autopsy report and, I mean, not the autopsy. I tried the crime scene photo and the knife. I could try the autopsy report here. Slumped over. Yes, he was sitting there with his eyes tilted forward, with his head tilted forward, eyes closed. He really looked like he was sleeping. Just me, or did that sound a little odd? Like... Why would he be sleeping in a chair? Okay. Hold on, where the hell is this contradiction? Is it... Do I bring out the autopsy report? I think I have to bring out the autopsy report here. It's the only other thing that I think that can make sense here. Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. Oh my god, no! The thought that he was dead didn't cross my mind. What about the knife here? Okay, it's right here. It's one text line further, my bad. So you honestly didn't think he was dead when you found him?
No, not at all.
Even though this is what you saw when you discovered the body. What is the meaning of this? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? There's a knife sticking straight out of Mr. Kurita's chest.
I was on the right track, chat. Just on the wrong train. I was a little early, you know. Little early. I left out to Chicago when I meant to go to Springfield. You feel me?
Anyone who saw this scene would have immediately thought that there was a dead man.
Well, you see...
I doubt a single person in the world would mistake this for someone who fainted, and then so nonchalantly go pour something to drink. Your point is, Miss Andrews, your testimony just now, it was all one giant lie. There goes the 7th pair of Dolce & Gabbana glasses. And your lie has proven one thing very clearly, that you are the real killer.
No!
I'm not gonna shout. I can't shout, chat.
It looks like the defense has somehow brought the ugly truth to light. The defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard, is not guilty after all.
But that's impossible. You're wrong.
Miss Andrews? Try to have some composure.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me, I tell you. It was Matt, I swear it. He's the one who killed Juan.
But you were the one who refused to testify. And your reason for not doing so was that you might end up incriminating yourself.
But that's because...
Miss Andrews, I will give you one last chance. What exactly are you hiding that may incriminate you?
I refuse to testify.
What the hell is she hiding?
Then there's no need for this court to continue any further. Mr. Matt Ungard's innocence has clearly been demonstrated.
Is it over? Have we found the truth at last? What's wrong, Phoenix? Usually the real killer confesses his or her guilt. And now that I think about it, this is the first time someone hasn't.
Now then, I would like to hand down my verdict for Mr. Matt Ungard.
Thank you, Edgeworth. Continue the trial, Your Honor. The prosecution feels that it would be premature to pass out a verdict at this time.
What?
The reason is quite simple. The witness has yet to speak the absolute real truth.
So did she tell him the truth, though?
The absolute real truth? What are you...
Witness, don't you understand yet?
Huh?
I don't know who planted this silly idea in your head, but as long as you protect yourself through silence, Matt Ungard will go free, and in his place, you will become the guilty party.
That's a lie. I don't believe you.
What?
I was told if I spoke, then it would be all over, and Matt would never be declared guilty.
What in the world is she talking about? She lost it?
I can't speak about it. I'm too scared.
It's Franziska von Karma. Huh?
Don't you remember, Phoenix? Miss Andrews lives by gripping tightly onto the words of another, because she doesn't have the strength to believe in herself.
But then, right now, Miss Andrews is...
Yesterday, she was tossed a lifesaver by Miss von Karma. Don't say a word no matter what happens. If you do, Matt Ungard will be acquitted. Miss Andrews undyingly believes in those words right now and is clinging onto them.
Then what should we do? This is the first time I've ever come across anything like this. But Miss Andrews has to be the killer, right? All we have to do now is get our not guilty. That is my only priority.
It wasn't me. I'm begging you, please believe me. I didn't kill Juan. Help. Please, someone help me.
Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. The court can't continue on like this, therefore I'd like to hear what you intend to do. What I intend to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say?
Right. I suggest you think carefully about this. Think about what this witness did and what she did not do. And think about who is the real mastermind behind this crime.
Who's the real mastermind? Isn't that obvious? There's no one else it could be except the crying woman over there, right?
Come now. What will you do? What kind of man are you, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Oh. We have to get her to testify. I'm scared that it's gonna push it to a second day, though. Can we end the case right here? Would it be okay, if we if we got a not guilty verdict, right? Would it be possible for us to just end the case right here? Because if that's the case, I kind of want to see the outcome. I'm not gonna lie. But oh. Okay, force Andrews to testify.
I have to win a complete acquittal today. There's no way around that. But I can't bring myself to do it like this. Not when she's making a face like that. Mahogany! Miss Andrews, I would like to know what you are really hiding. Mr. Wright, are you sure you know what you're doing? Sure, Mr. On Guard would get an acquittal, but in his place, you would be found guilty. In this, is this how you really want this trial to end?
Be quiet. How dare you? You're trying to trick me.
That's enough. I commend you for trying, Mr. Edgeworth. However, it's clear that the defense's theory is the truth.
You're wrong.
What a shame. I had hoped things wouldn't come to this. However...
What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Andrews, since you absolutely refuse to testify, it falls on my shoulders to disclose this to the court.
Stop!
Miss Edgeworth?
Mahogany! This witness, how should I put this? She has an illness.
What?
And because of this illness, she has tried to commit suicide in the past.
Stop! Please stop!
No matter how much you want to hide it, it's no use. I have the evidence right here.
That's the second part of the suicide report, the attempted suicide report.
What will you do now, witness? You know what I'm about to do, don't you? Mahogany, I will now reveal to the court the true nature of the pitiful woman known as Adrian Andrews.
The secret of her dependent nature. Having other people know about her, it scares her more than anything else in the world.
Please, please stop! I beg you. If people find out, I'll...
If you're going to say you would choose death, that is of no concern to me. Fuck! Okay, Edgeworth, Jesus Christ! He's like, oh, you want to kill yourself? Take that up with God. I'm only here to find out who's guilty and who's not.
Jesus fucking shit, Edgeworth, chill.
Edgeworth, how can you be so cold?
However, before you die, Mahogany, I will pull the truth from your still breathing lips. No matter what I have to do. Mahogany, so will you tell the court yourself, or shall I? Either is fine with me.
I'll talk. But please, help me. Nothing matters anymore.
What the fuck, Edgeworth? Bro! Okay, that was like actually so uncool of that. What the hell? I actually can't believe he just straight up did that. What the fuck? That is insane. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, well then. Let's get on with the testimony. That was so cold, right? Fucking hell.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan. Once I made sure there was no one in the hallway, I made a dash back into Matt's room. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button. Just when I finished, I was returning to Matt's room. I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why I ended up using the Nickel Samurai costume.
Stab the body with the knife. But why would you do that?
Isn't it obvious? To pin the blame on a certain person. A certain cowardly man.
What do you mean by all of this?
Okay, hold up. Pause. Okay. I just remembered one thing that really ties this all fucking together. She begged to be Matt's manager. And through all of this, she has begged and tried her hardest to be Matt's manager. And now she's calling him cowardly, right? And Juan Carita is dead, and I'm assuming that there is something to do with the fact that Inpaz died because of Matt. There has to be some relation between these two. Like, that's the only thing that makes sense. If she is this, like, dead set on framing Matt, then she had to have found out some sort of evidence in the suicide note that I'm assuming Carita had. That means that Matt was the reason she committed suicide. It might take this court a little while to understand, but this is the truth.
The real killer is Matt. That scumbag of a human, I'll never forgive him. He's trying to escape his guilt again, just like last time.
Last time? So Miss Andrews stabbed the victim Juan Carita in the chest with the knife. However, she didn't do it with murder in mind. She did it with the intent of framing Matt on guard for the murder. And this is her crime. What? How is this possible? I mean, wasn't Miss Andrews supposed to be the real murderer?
Mr. Wright, please get over your shock and commence the cross-examination.
Then who the fuck killed Juan? If you're about to tell me that the actual killer just called himself D-Killer, I'm gonna be pissed. I will be upset about it.
When I first saw him, I really thought he had fainted, honest.
Mahogany! But you could tell from the state of the room he was in that there must have been a fight. Are you telling the truth when you say that you did not know he was already dead?
He had a scarf tied around his neck. But that scarf is a part of the gem and ninja's costume, so I didn't think anything about it was strange. His head was also tilted down a bit, so I couldn't see his face that well. That's why I thought I'd wake him up and went to pour the juice. When I realized he was dead, that was when I formulated my plan.
What is this plan you had?
I knew right away the murderer was Matt. I knew because, one, he was going to expose Matt's weak point to the world. So Matt did this to stop Juan and silence him for good. That's when I thought I should forge some evidence and pin this crime on Matt.
So the forged pieces of evidence were the knife and the button.
The first thing that came to mind was to plant the knife.
Excuse me, I burped. Okay. What was that was so you could get the knife, correct?
The knife Matt used at dinner and had his fingerprints all over it. I thought if I used that, the police would certainly turn their eyes towards him. Matt was napping with his costume on at the time. I slipped in and took the knife and returned to the scene of the crime. And then I stabbed Juan's dead body with the knife and ripped off the button.
So you were the one to stab the victim with the knife?
It gives me goosebumps to think about it now, what a horrible thing I did. But at the time, I couldn't control my own body. It moved on its own. Then, when I stabbed Juan's dead body, I suddenly realized something. If I used the button somehow, I could make Matt look even more suspect.
So you thought to rip one of the buttons off and then plant it in Mr. On Guard's Hakama?
Yes, that's what I had planned to do. But things never go that smoothly, do they? Just when I finished and was returning to Matt's room, I had a bit of an inconvenience. And that's why... Oh. Okay, hold on. I accidentally pressed the wrong button. Alright. This was it. What was the inconvenience? An inconvenience? There was a woman with a camera at the ready, loitering in the hallway.
I'm willing to bet my spikes it was Lotta.
There was also a woman with a ray gun at the ready, pacing back and forth.
That's Miss Oldbag for you.
I had already been caught and made into a big scoop for a certain weekly tabloid once, so I couldn't very well go out looking like myself and get caught again. And that's why I ended up using the Nicholas Samurai costume.
You were the one who prepared that costume, weren't you?
Yes, I took it from Global Studios. I also put it into Juan's guitar case the day before the award ceremony.
You did this in preparation for the press conference, correct?
Yes, Juan wanted to wear the costume and hold a press conference in it. He was going to disclose Matt's big secret there.
And what is this secret?
That I don't know. Anyway, I thought that if I were to leave Juan's room in the Nicholas Samurai costume, then people would think that Matt was the real murderer. I was very careful not to leave any fingerprints when I opened the guitar case. I absolutely did not want anyone to know about the costume.
I think we've heard enough. So after that, you went back to Miss On-Guard's room and planted the button.
Into Matt's Hakama? Yes. After that, I folded up the costume I was wearing and put it into a bag. Then I snuck it out of the hotel and got rid of it.
My word. What does this all mean?
Mr. Edgeworth, is it? The real criminal is Matt on guard. Yesterday, that woman prosecutor sat me down for a talk.
Franziska, huh?
She said that I should, under no circumstances, confess to what I had done. That if I just kept quiet, then Matt would be found guilty for sure. I had no choice but to believe in her words.
What this witness has done is clearly unlawful. However, as long as her testimony stands, we can be certain she is not the real killer. Wait, Your Honor. The defense still... Right. It's pointless. At this point in time, it is not possible to indict Miss Andrews on anything. Yes, exactly. There isn't a single piece of evidence that points to her as the murderer. The cross-examination of the witness is over, and so is today's trial. You couldn't establish that the witness was a culprit. Please let it go, Mr. Wright. But... Mr. Edgeworth, please place Miss Andrews under arrest for further questioning. Understood, Your Honor. The prosecution will arrange for her detention immediately. That is all. Court is adjourned for today.
Oh, shit. Oh my god, he just straight up left. He just out here. Today's trial. It's over. I didn't win an acquittal. Witness, would you mind if I asked you something? Edgeworth?
What is it?
Before you leave court today, I wondered if I might look at one thing. The card in your hand. It's had my interest for quite some time now.
What exactly...
Oh, shoot. What exactly is it?
Oh, this? Mr. Wright also asked about this. Although, I didn't remember at the time you asked me about it, Mr. Wright. I remember just now. I found this in the room on that day.
The room? That day?
Yes. I found this card when I discovered Juan's body.
What the fuck?
It was lying there right next to him.
You found that card next to the victim's body?
I suppose I must have unconsciously slipped it into my pocket. But it's not as if this card has any relevance to Juan's murder, right?
Yeah, I guess not, but it's still a strange card if you ask me. But as far as a clue to this case, I don't see why. Witness! That card! Give it to me, hurry! Edgeworth? Do you have any idea what you have stupidly and inadvertently done? Mahogany! This! I can't believe you hid this from me all this time!
I didn't mean to!
What is this all about? I've never seen Edgeworth so emotional before. That card. What in the world is it? What does it mean?
Oh, is this to be? God damn it! Ah! I'm so confused. Why is Edgeworth so on edge about this card? No pun intended, but like... Is this part 3? Yeah, it's investigation. I'm assuming we're gonna get a freaking call from the killer, right?
March 22nd, 5:24 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices.
Music Maya! Music Maya!
There, Pearls.
I can't take it anymore!
Look, it'll be alright. Everything may still work out. The condition was that we had to get a not guilty verdict. And so far, the kidnapper has kept his word and hasn't hurt Maya. And he won't because Mr. On Guard has not been given hasn't been given a guilty sentence yet. Cheer up. We don't have time to stand around crying. We have to get going.
You're right. Music Maya is in much more pain than I am.
Yes, that's right. So... Hey, you guys! Glad I caught you, pal!
Mr. Scruffy Detective.
Oh boy, it looks like Detective Gumshoe has been dubbed Mr. Scruffy Detective in Pearl's book now.
It's just plain old Mr. Dick Gumshoe now. And I came to talk to you, pal.
But we're kinda busy right now.
What does Dick have to say to us?
So, what are you gonna do from now on?
What do you mean, pal?
Well, you've been fired, right? So do you have a new job lined up yet?
Oh, that. What am I supposed to do now, pal? I don't have anything coming in at all until my next payday.
What are you talking about? You don't have another payday.
I guess that means I'm just gonna have to work here at your place, pal.
Please tell me that he actually becomes our private detective. Because I would fucking be so for it right now. I would love if he is our private detective for our law office.
Say what? You'll be searching for things that'll prove Mr. On God's innocence all day, right?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to help you, pal. I've got lots of experience in investigating and watching over people's places. And I'm great at making simple meals, pal. And I'll take care of it all.
Come on, Mr. Nick. Let's help Mr. Scruffy Detective take care of things.
Okay. By the way, what's your best dish?
Instant noodles, pal. Dude, same. Preach, king, preach. Based as fuck. Based as fuck. Why am I surrounded by people who only eat cheap, unhealthy foods? Because it is amazing and it tastes great.
That was the first time I've ever seen Mr. Edgeworth act like that. Never thought he'd say something like he didn't care if Miss Andrews killed herself.
Yeah, that was, it's kind of a shock, I'm not gonna lie. Especially by the fact that he said that to somebody who literally attempted suicide. Not his best look, I'll be honest. Not exactly Edgeworth's best look. But I mean, I guess that it prolonged the trial. I don't know, man. I don't know what you want me to say here.
You said that? That's horrible.
But because of him doing that, we got to the truth finally. The truth. Miss Andrews' last testimony. Wonder if that was the truth. I'll give you that there's nothing strange in her testimony itself, but I still think there's something fundamentally wrong with the whole thing. You mean about that thing, pal? Why would she want to... No. I mean, almost need to frame Mr. Ungard. I couldn't figure that out from anything she said it all day. Then you're saying that testimony was a lie? Not a lie, per se. It just feels like there's more than meets the eye. Or that's what Edgeworth would like us to believe.
That's such a dirty trick. Even that woman prosecutor was better than that.
Franziska von Karma. Speaking of Miss von Karma, do you have any more information on her condition? Wasn't she shot this morning?
Edgeworth was cold earlier, colder than the North Pole? Dude, he legit, oh my god. I don't even know what to say about it, dude. I literally have no fucking clue what to say about Edgeworth today, dude. Because 1 second he's saying basically, fuck you, Mr. Wright. The next minute he's prolonging the trial. And then after that, he tells a fucking attempted suicide victim that he doesn't fucking care if she dies. And now he's like, bro, but this card, why didn't you tell me about this card? He is just, I don't know. I don't physically understand what Edgeworth is like on about in this case. Like, I need to know more about him. Like, why is he acting this way? What happened? What happened the year that he was away? What's going on, Katie? How are you doing? Welcome out. I hope you're having a wonderful day. The lick emote. I hope you're having a wonderful day, Katie. Welcome, welcome. Welcome out to my brain literally fucking melting because one of the most secluded and cold characters is like showing emotion and stuff, and it's just like, it's throwing us for such a loop right now. I'm not gonna lie. I am so confused about this case. I am interested as all hell. Miss Von Karma was shot today on the way to the trial by a pistol pal. But she's going to be fine, right? I mean, Edgeworth said she was in stable condition, but... well, she was shot in the shoulder, so she's okay and still hanging in there. They should be done taking the bullet out, so she's probably resting at the hospital. Which one? What, are you going to visit her, pal? No, well, I was kind of thinking about it. Hey, you've actually got a heart, don't you? She looked like she was being tortured to death not being able to go to the trial today. So maybe it'd be good for her if you went and let her whip you for a bit, pal. No.
Let's go.
Okay, just skipping past that dialogue. Now I'm definitely not going. Let's see. The name of the hospital. Oh yeah, the Hati... oh no, not this place again. The Hati Clinic. That name sends a chill down my spine. Well, I guess it can't hurt to stop by and say hi. Let's go say hi real quick. March 22nd, Hati Clinic reception. Never thought I'd ever come back to this place. Yes, where are you here to visit a patient? Hi. Wait a second, you're... Yes, I'm Director Hati. Why are you still here? Yes, what is it? Can I help you? You can tell me... Yes. Director Hati. Oh, Director Hati. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm Director Hati. Oh, you're the man from this morning. Yeah, what is it?
Director Franziska. How is Franziska von Karma? You don't need to worry. Yes, she's in good hands. Because you see, I'm personally taking good care of her. Yes. And the thing, that surgery, it went well. You have my gratitude. It looks like Edgeworth doesn't know about this director and his secret. She looks so pitiful, absolutely terrified, yes. But I understand, yes, her opponent was a god after all, uh-huh.
I've never heard somebody describe the gun as the opponent, and I don't know why, that just got me.
And when I snuck up on her real secret, like she would scream really loud, yes. I see. Oh, but she's really cute too. When I do that, she'd whip me with a whip. Boy, I cry like a baby. Yes, but I think I can get used to it.
This guy's a fucking fiend. Jesus Christ. This is what 99% of the internet's like. Go back to your room.
So mean, so mean. My frisky friska.
What the fuck is this game? I fucking can't.
Okay. Yes, it's time for my IV drops, yes.
And what are those tulips doing in your hand, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What tulips? They're for, Edgeworth.
What are you talking about? They're for you, Edgeworth. What are you... I just really appreciate your company. I knew I shouldn't have come here.
I was shot in front of the courthouse in my right shoulder. But it's no big deal. This sort of thing happens all the time. Where do we fucking live? Chicago? Detroit? St. Louis? I even had full intentions of running the trial this morning.
But that would have been too much for you.
There's no need to act tough in front of us.
Regardless, I was dragged here by that man over there. He was so unyielding, one has to wonder if he was simply interested in stealing my case.
It was the only logical course of action, given the bullet was still lodged in your shoulder. But by taking over the case, I found myself having to clean up after you and that irresponsible deal you made.
I think I know what deal he's referring to. Miss Von Karma, you made a deal with Miss Andrews yesterday, didn't you? I don't know what you mean. In order to make sure you got your guilty verdict on Mr. On Guard, you told Miss Andrews to not testify in court today. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have proof that I made such a deal? You're denying it? It looks like you were lucky, Mr. Phoenix, right? If I had been in court today, this trial would already be over. Oh, well, hiding Miss Andrews' own crime? It isn't my problem whether she had tampered with the evidence or not. I have only one objective, to find On Guard guilty of murder. The end justifies the means, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The end justifies the means. Miss Von Karma, Adrian Andrews believed you when you said, if you don't tell the truth of what really happened, then On Guard will be found guilty. And what does that have to do with me? Because of that, she's now in danger of being found guilty herself. All because she believed in your words until the very end. That still has nothing to do with me. She's just a weak person, after all. But you had to know that she was... Ugh! I think visiting hours here are about over. So if you'll excuse me...
What's wrong? Why did she suddenly cut you off?
Probably because she thinks I had the advantage in that argument. Oh, hello, Edgeworth. Fancy meeting you here. You wanna, like, I don't know, go out for ramen, burgers sometimes? Edgeworth. Don't give me that sensual look. You're scowling, but on the inside you're saying, kiss me, Phoenix. I mean, anyways. Hello, Edgeworth. How are you? It's nice to see you today. I hope you're doing well.
What happened today at the trial, Edgeworth? It was not like you at all. I mean, I know you knew about Miss Andrews' condition. You could have made her testify as many times as you wanted. But to go that far? But she wouldn't testify about that until I said something. Listen, Wright. The courtroom is a garden of judgment. I'm putting myself on the line when I stand there. And that's why I made the witness do the same. It's only natural. By the way, Edgeworth, you were really angry in court today. That's rare for you. Witness, give me that card! Give it to me! Hurry! Do you have any idea what you have stupidly done, yet inadvertently done? Mahogany! This! I can't believe you hid this from me at all this time! That card, what in the world is it? You mean this? Listen, Wright. This is top secret information. You absolutely cannot leak this. A special investigations team has existed for a number of years, but few know of it. I understand. Their task is to find the owner of this card. A man called Shelly the Killer. Just as his name states, he is a killer. An assassin, the best at that.
An assassin? Huh. Interesting. What the fuck, dude?
Okay. Scream! There you go, Ash. I hope you enjoy your Scree redemption. It was in Maya's room when we saw her point of view. Yeah. It's because he's the one that kidnapped her. Dude, what the fuck? There you go, Yo-Yo. Thank you so much for the patch redeem. I appreciate it. But why would Shelly have a hit out on... Why would Shelly have a hit out on Juan? Like, this is his literal calling card? I get that. Like, this is what they're trying to get across, is that this is his literal calling card. Because that's a shell, and his name is Shelly. What the... Dude, this is interesting.
So who is this Shelly the Killer?
The Killer is the name of the long-standing line of assassins.
Long-standing?
The name first appeared about 100 years ago. I hear. Shelly is the professional name of the third heir to the Killer name.
So because his professional name is Shelly, he leaves cards with a shell on them?
He has a habit of making sure to leave a card by the body of his victims.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yeah, no, that's great. That's fine. Why would you do something like that?
We think it's a part of his duty to his clients.
His duty?
If he leaves a card, then his clients can be assured it was he who killed the victim. It also serves as insurance against any charges being pushed onto his clients.
I see.
The Killer values the trust between his clients and himself above all else. It seems that this is one honorable assassin with a moral conscience.
Oh, fuck. Did Matt put the hit out on Juan? And that's why he's trying to get Matt off innocent? No fucking chance, bro. There's no shot, right? No fucking way!
I guess that even honorable assassins can't exist. Do you think this assassin, you think he's the one who did the killing in this case?
It would appear that way. The discovery of the card basically confirms it, wouldn't you agree?
Shelly the Killer, huh?
I noticed something at the trial today. You are behaving in a very strange manner. Something the matter? I guess I should tell him. Maya, she's been kidnapped. Kidnapped? What does the kidnapper want? An acquittal. I see. I had no idea. I will prepare a rescue team as soon as possible and resolve this by tomorrow.
Really? Did you hear that, Mr. Nick? Mr. Edgeworth is going to...
Stop trying to console me, Edgeworth. I don't need your pity.
Mr. Nick?
There's no way you can find her. We don't even have a single lead to go on. There's only one way to save her. I have to get an acquittal somehow. It's the only way. Right. Listen. You need to know something. Juan Carrito was killed by Shelly the Killer. The client who ordered the job is Matt on guard, your own client.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Bring, I fucking called it. Oh, God. Why did Matt want Juan dead? We still need to know that much, right? Because was there a link to Celeste and Matt? Weren't Celeste and Matt like somehow romantically inclined, or am I wrong on that? Who wants to assassinate the dumb klepto Maya? I want to know who. I don't think they're trying to assassinate. It's just as leverage to try and get his client off scot-free, because that's his thing. Like, he wants his client to be off scot-free. Please, stop. Can't listen to you. I can't believe that. I see. Well, if you want to continue your investigation, you will need this.
What is it?
The hotel right now is restricted to police personnel only, as we are looking for any clues that might lead us to Shelly the Killer. But if you take this with you to the hotel, I'm sure they will let you enter.
Shelly.
In any case, I must attend to the preparations for Maya's rescue team. We'll meet again if anything should happen. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mr. Nick? Do you think Mr. OnGuard hired an assassin?
No way. I mean, he doesn't have a psyche lock.
Yeah, I guess not.
Maya. Please, all I ask is that you make it home, safe and sound. Date, question mark, time, what? Location, who's that?
I guess even kidnappers can be a little clumsy. Clumsy enough to drop a card like this for me, Maya.
Oh, no.
And even though he said he was an assassin, I bet he's just making that up. Like, how Nick does everything in court. Anyway, let's try out the card trick with this card I just found.
Oh, please don't be a cut on the other side.
Sounds like I got the door open. Okay, time to go take a look around.
It's gonna be like JoJo's when the guy flips the fucking paper over and there's just a gun. Wait, what the fuck?
What is this place? I got a feeling I'm not in the hotel anymore. Those videos over there? Well, I'll worry about that later. For now, I should be looking for clues. That way I can show them to Sis and maybe get out of here.
What the fuck is going on?
That's Celeste's picture. There's a framed picture sitting on this coffee table. It's a picture of a woman. She's kind of pretty. Hey, looks like something's written here. Let's see. I think it says, "With love, Celeste." I bet this could be a clue. That's weird. What's a figurine doing on a sofa in a place like this? I think it's a bear? Oh, how cute! But it's got a lot of cuts and slits on it. I wonder if it's some kind of puzzle or something. That sounds sus. It's so dark in here that I can barely see, but these kind of feel like videotapes. All of them. Just what kind of room is this? What is this thing? An antenna, I guess? And this, a VCR? There sure are a lot of electronic gadgets in here. But what is an antenna doing here? Wow, I've never seen a TV this big before. Now where's the power button? Phooey, it's busted. I would so die a happy samurai fan if I ever got to see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. Ah! I can't believe I just made a joke about dying, all things considered. Oh, hey. It's a computer. I've never really used one before. I have no idea where the power switch on this thing is. Drat, there goes my plan to use this somehow to get out of here. Locked, of course. And it doesn't look like I can use the card to open this door. There's a little hole at the bottom of the door. If only I was a little skinnier, then maybe I'd be able to crawl through there.
Maybe if you didn't have 5 stomachs, Maya. 5 stomachs? That's way too many for a little girl like you. Oh, this simply will not do. I cannot have you wandering around at will. It seems that your Mr. Wright is truly concerned about you.
He is?
For now, I would suggest you remain cooperative. If you cannot, there are many ways in which I can help you.
Ways? You mean?
Dead men tell no tales, is how the saying goes, correct?
Dead?
I'm almost certain I told you on our first meeting I am an assassin.
No way, you're lying. I mean, an assassin?
People are not always who they appear to be.
Nick!
March 22nd, 7:04 p.m. Hottie Clinic reception.
Mr. Nick?
Oh, yes, Pearls? Got caught up in my thoughts about Maya's situation.
Mr. Edgeworth has left, you know.
I guess for now I have no choice but to believe in Mr. On Guard. But I think I should listen to his story one more time. Alright, let's get going too.
Okay.
Fuck. Maya, don't die. Please don't die, Maya. It would just kill the mood, man. It would really put a damper on things. March 22nd, Detention Center Visitors Room. I'm sorry, but visiting hours are over for today.
Aww.
I have too many questions I need to ask. I'm sorry, but I'm Phoenix Wright, a lawyer for one of the... You're Mr. Wright, you say? Oh yeah, there's a message here for you.
A message?
It's from Matt on Guard. Here you are.
What do you write? Is it something really important?
I don't know. Well, let's see what it has to say. So, Mr. Lawyer Dude, I've got something really important to tell you. Why do I feel uneasy all of a sudden? Oh, Mr. Wright. So, actually, I have a favor to ask of you. I have this cat named Shu. I didn't put out a lot of food when I left the house, so he's probably pretty hungry. You think you could drop by my house and feed Shu for me, dude? My house is just a little ways down from the hotel, alright?
This is terrible. Let's hurry. We have to feed his cat. I'm sure poor Shu's stomach is growling by now.
Yeah, I guess. Please feed my cat Shu. The client's request is a request. Guess I should go check up on his cat. Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate it. You're doing great work, son. Keep it up. A real stand-up man you are. March 22nd, Police Station Criminal Affairs Department.
Wow, everybody looks really busy with something or another.
They're probably strengthening the evidence for tomorrow's trial. Hey, hurry up with that, will ya? Pass that victims list around. You gotta be kidding me, there's over 100 people on it.
Mr. Nick, is Mr. On Guard really that big bad of a criminal?
Actually, Pearls, never mind. It sounds like they're working on a different case. Hotel lobby! March 22nd, In-Water Hotel, hotel lobby.
All right now, Mr. Nick. Let's go look for clues. We have to for Mystic Maya's sake.
You shall not!
Pass.
Oh. Miss Oldbag. Don't devalue my name and turn it into a gaspy, spiky-headed pettiff.
Is that a... I feel like I shouldn't say that word. What does pettifogger mean? Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm not gonna get banned for this. Pettifoggery, meaning petty quibbling or legal chicanery, comes from the word pettifogger, first attested in English in the mid-16th century to refer to a lawyer who deals with unimportant cases or makes petty objections. What the fuck is this localization team? Jesus! Okay.
Because of you, I've been made to look like the bad guy again. Although I did get a piece of gum from Edgy Boy just as he promised. But something much more valuable. I want Edgy Poo's heart. I want it all for me. It's all your fault. You've awakened the wild beast inside of this old bag.
I didn't do that. I guess that's why they say no running in the lobby.
Oh, Miss Oldbag.
Keep your hands off me. This helmet is airtight. No air gets in and no air gets out.
Then why do you keep putting it on?
Don't you think you can get me to move with silly questions? You're going to have to defeat me if you want to get by.
I'm not hearing this. Well, I guess I better give her this, huh?
Maybe if I show her this letter I got from Edgeworth. Miss Oldbag, if you would look at... What? You want me to look at this wordless piece of... Itchy poo!
Is that her perfume? Pheromone d'amour I smell?
Let's see here. Would you please allow this unsophisticated young person to conduct this investigation? Yours truly, Miles Edgeworth.
Yours truly?
That means good at flattery. Fine, but only because Edgy Poo said so, you understand?
Thank you so much for allowing me to investigate the case that I am currently trying to defend a man's life on. But I mean, you know what? It's all cool.
I just thought of something I have to do. Remember, no messing around. You do anything bad and I won't let you off the hook.
It looks like she has strong feelings for Mr. Edgeworth.
This is not the time to start shipping an 80-year-old woman with Edgeworth who is my age, Pearls. Please do not ship that.
That may be, but you know nothing's going to come of it.
You're so mean, Mr. Nick. Feelings are meant to be told and shared.
Ow. Every time we talk about love, I always end up with a handprint on my face somehow. So anyway, let's continue our investigation.
Okay.
What now?
One little thing before I forget. You can't go into God's room today.
Why?
The police's main investigation team is going to be in there all day, you hear?
I wonder if they're the team in charge of investigating to kill her.
So don't go in there. Set one foot in there and you'll face the wrath of Wendy Oldbag.
Oh no, please don't blast me with your ray gun. Whatever shall I do? Let's go feed Shu. I want to go see a kitty. March 22nd, on Guard Mansion living room. Sure is dark. I'll go turn on a light. What the?
Wow, so this is what a star's house looks like. Must be nice to be rich.
Come on, Mr. Nick, let's find Shoo, the kitty cat. Shoo! Kitty! 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 You get the kitty!
So I guess this is Shoo.
Oh, well, you lovely cat. Hello, Shoo. Yo, kitty.
The cat seems to like pearls. Pardon me. May I help you with something, mister? Oh, we're lawyers, actually. I'm Mr. On Guard's lawyer. The Masters. Then you must be Mr. Wright. Yes? Ah, it's a pleasure to meet your wonderful self. I am the family butler, John Doe. That ain't suspicious. Nice to meet you.
Meow, and this is Shoo.
All's forgiven. All is forgiven. All is forgiven. Chat.
There's a small door at the bottom of this bigger door, Mr. Nick.
Bet it's for Mr. On Guard's cat to use.
Oh, you mean Shoo?
The door, it's locked tight. Well, I guess that's to keep nosy people like me from entering it. Okay, so we know where Maya's at.
There are masks here.
Yeah. And one in the middle is the Steel Samurai. The ones next to that are the Pink Princess and the Evil Magistrate. They fought many battles against the backdrop of Neo-Old Tokyo.
Wow, you really know a lot about the Steel Samurai, Mr. Nick.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry that I know more about that show than a kid. Why has this motherfucker just got a motorcycle hanging out from the rafters?
A giant bicycle is flying through the air.
Is that Hagrid's? That bicycle, Pearls, is one where you don't have to pedal and it moves on its own.
Really? Wow.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. It can't fly.
Oh, yeah, it's too bad.
Can I just sit on the couch? It's a very comfortable and spacious lounge set. I wonder if famous stars drop by and sit around and have a good time. In any case, I don't really belong here, do I? Ugh, what is with me and feeling inferior today? What was that one question mark?
Oh, there's a giant cooking hearth here.
That's actually a fireplace.
How are they different, Mr. Nick?
You know, I've never actually seen a hearth before, come to think of it.
You should come and visit Fame Manor. Then I'll show you one when you do.
Okay, is that it? Is that all to examine in this place? Oh, wait. There's another door over there.
You shouldn't go wandering off over there, Mr. Nick.
Yes, Pearls. Now I know how Maya feels when I tell her to stop playing around. Okay, I think that's it. Let's talk to, Mr. John Doe here. You must know all sorts of things about Mr. On Guard, right? Honestly, sir, I don't believe my master is capable of such a foul deed as murder. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of the master or his affairs. How typically butler-like, as it were. Mr. Doe, how long have you served at this residence? Well, sir, I would have to say maybe about 1 year. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant of myself to speak of his affairs. Now, I would have thought On Guard the kind to have a maid over a butler. It's a very cute cat you got there. It is my duty to take care of him, the master rather fancy Shoo. And, anything else? No, not especially. It is not appropriate for a lowly servant to speak of a family cat. Well, I guess I don't need this piece of scrap paper anymore. Well, I'm afraid I must take my leave of you now. Oh, we should probably get going ourselves. Oh, so young and yet already so accomplished.
A master of law. There's also a lot to be proud of in being a butler, in charge of the house and all. Thank you for the compliment, sir. People are not always who they appear to be. Subtle. Now, if you excuse me.
Aw, can we steal the cat?
I want to steal the cat.
I want Kitty.
Okay, we can go to Viola Hall, I guess. March 22nd, Gaywater Hotel, Viola Hall. Stretching real quick. Ugh. Alright. Looks like we're the only ones here.
And yet, the hotel seems so busy somehow.
Probably because the police team is scouring for clues about to kill her. I don't see anything here, so I'm just gonna move on. March 22nd, Gaywater Hotel, hallway.
Hey, city boy.
Lotta? You're still here?
Reckon course. An investigative photographer eats her stars on her ability to snap up the scoop, yeah? And this hotel just has that aura of mystery. You know, like something's always about to happen. But do you have a camera? Red given. Photographers gotta have cameras out the ear like corn to be a real pro, you know. So I'm hanging around here. Speaking of cameras and feeding the mouth, do you have mine, you bread thief?
Why can't you drop that thief thing already? Okay, what about... God damn it, you know what I just realized? This is the same fucking song that they used from April, May. And it literally just now caught me off guard. Okay. Let's go to Corrito's room first. March 22nd, Gaywater Hotel, Corrito's hotel room.
Mr. Nyaka?
What is that otherworldly, ghastly moaning? I don't...
I hate evil ghosts.
I don't think it's a ghost. Maybe it's a demon? Excuse me. What you calling a demon, Brett? I don't want to be in this room anymore. I am very scared at what that moaning could have been. And I request that the game take me out immediately. I want to reload my last save. Zoinks! It's the alien! Who are you calling an alien? Oh, it's just you, Miss Oldbag. What are you doing here? What's wrong with you youngins today? I keep telling you to pay my respects to my poor one, and you're disturbing me. Okay, can I leave? I want to go back to Lotta. I want to go back and talk to Lotta now. Phoenix, shit, my name. Phoenix want to ask you about the night of murder.
What? You really gonna shell out the bucks for the info I got?
Lotta, you were loitering in this hallway the night of the murder, were you not?
Well, kinda, but...
Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I didn't exactly hang around here the entire time, you know. Followed a few stars around. Got a few autographs, shook a few hands, had a soda pop with a few of them too.
Looks like she wasn't here the entire time that night. Pearls became shaggy. I'm just getting really excited for Multiverses, guys, okay? I'm just getting really excited for it. I think it's gonna be a breakout game of the year. Honestly. Like, how dare y'all think that it's not gonna win Game of the Year 2022?
The security also wasn't in this hallway the whole time either.
I guess this means that there's no one who can tell us who came and went that night. So, about the note that was inside your camera case.
Oh, that ditty I wrote?
Yeah. And I believe what you've written.
You mean the stuff about Ongar shoving his manager lady onto Karita?
Yeah.
Huh, well, I reckon you best not be believing that.
What?
Look, I sort of wrote that on a whim, you know, writing whatever came to mind. Whatever came to mind? Yeah, when you get down to it, it's a lot of random bouldooders.
She can't say that it's a shitter. It's a bullshitter, chat.
Hey, what's with you? Why are you staring at me like my grandpa used to?
Because maybe it's because I'm as disappointed as you as he was.
Hey, and why do you look like you suddenly got older, too? Or am I just shrinking here? My baby, my $1,600 baby. What's with that red-coated prosecutor anyhow? The guy told me it was evidence and refused to give it back to me.
Well, that's kind of how it is.
Hey, you're that redcoat's friend, ain't you? So put in a few good words for me and get my camera back.
You want me to do what?
Listen, hack the guy real good for about 5 hours and I guarantee he'll give it back.
Why don't you do your own dirty work?
Well, I reckon it's time for me to get going. A tabloid photographer without a camera is just a tabloid, huh?
Yeah? I guess so?
Keep yourself together out there, you hear? I'm coming to see you in court tomorrow.
Okay, I'll see you then.
And you too there, little one. Keep up the good work, okay? Okay. Don't be picky about your food now. Okay. Make sure you do all your homework, you hear? Okay. And if you happen to find yourself a camera, make sure you bring it right to me. Yeah.
Would you please just leave already?
Poor Pearls. She just kind of smiles and nods.
She's like, yep, uh-huh, yep, uh-huh. Sure, okay, yep, uh-huh.
Okay. So the only person we have left to talk to is this girl. And I don't know about you guys, but I really don't want to talk to Old Bag.
Okay, I'll do it. Please talk to me about the night of the murder, just one more time.
They talked about it plenty at the trial. I was fooled, tricked, deceived by that fraud of a photographer and her note. She was loitering around here with that imbecilic look on her face.
With that imbecilic look on her face. Okay, got it.
Now, hold on a sec there, you little pipsqueak. If you're going to take notes, at least make me sound better than that.
Oh, all right.
Now I've seen everything.
But you know, I was working that night too, doing my job, minding my own business. So it's not like I had time to waste standing around here the whole night.
I was wondering if you could tell me a bit more about Kurita.
He was the most popular star, you know, especially where it counts. In my book.
But I heard that he was lagging behind in the polls against Mr. Unguard.
Well, that's just a recent thing. Bad luck and all that, you know. But he was going to become an even bigger star than he used to be. Just look at this mountain of presents. It's a show of the mountain of feelings all his friends had for him.
Yeah, the mountain is pretty big and certainly nothing to shake a stick at.
I never understood that. Why the fuck would you shake a stick at anything?
Mr. Nick,
What is it, Pearls?
your presents, they're all bears, right?
It really is unbearable. Chat, laugh. Chat. Chat, it's funny. Ha ha ha. Fuck you guys.
She's got a point. There isn't a single thing here that isn't a bear. All of Mr. Kurita's presents from his fans seem to be bears.
Oh, that's because you can't think of one without thinking about bears. Yeah, he looks more like an otter to me, but maybe that's just me.
Bears? Why bears?
You don't know. When my dear one was training, he fought bare-handed with a bear. He refused to give in and let the bear win, but after the fight, they became friends. What? Excuse me, what?
Wow, what a heartwarming story.
Look, is this like in those young people's dramas? I can see those two tuckered out, down by a river going, heh, you sure can't fight. You too, bub, you too.
Did all that really happen?
It's in his biography, bub.
What a load of crock.
So ever since then, fans have been giving him bears as presents.
Yeah, nice. Bears.
I'm Uncle Bear, and I say it's barely 8 o'clock.
What is that infernal racket?
Is one of the presents going off? Sounds like it's already 8 p.m., way past your bedtime.
That startled me. I thought I was going to die for a second.
8 p.m.? That's the time when your award ceremony ended that night, remember?
I'm sure flies. I believe it's already been 2 days since the ceremony. Oh no! Hello? Hello? This is not a phone. Maya, how is Maya? You haven't heard her, have you?
It seems you are not able to fulfill your end of the bargain, Mr. Attorney. I have heard the news. So it would seem my present did you no good. No! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya!
One more day, please. All I ask is for one more day. I'll get a not guilty verdict for this time, for sure this time, please.
I suppose if I must. I need that acquittal more than anything else, after all.
Please. Please let Maya say something. I want to hear her. She's all right.
All right, then. A little.
What is with this static all of a sudden? Hello? Hello? It seems bad. Connect. Damn it, did the transceiver just suddenly break? Hell, excuse me. Bruh, no shot that Maya's dead. No shot Maya's dead.
What happened?
I don't know. All of a sudden, it became nothing but static.
Mystic Maya!
Why did the transceiver suddenly break like that? Should probably have an electronics expert look at it. The sooner the better. All right, time to go down to Circuit City, chat. Circuit City, here I come. Who's an electronics expert? It wouldn't be Gumshoe, but I guess that's really the only other option we have, huh? March 22nd, Wright & Company Law Offices.
Hey, welcome back, pal. I thought I'd make you a little something for dinner.
That's nice, thanks.
A rich man's luxurious full-course meal out of a can, that is.
I'm sorry you went through all the trouble to cook, but I don't have the time to eat.
Look like you don't have a can opener, pal.
You gotta be kidding. And here I thought he had already whipped something up.
Oh, I know. There's one way I know how to be helpful. Ask me about anything you want, pal. Go ahead.
Well, since he's here and offering, I wonder what I should try asking him about. Okay. I guess I should ask about the card real quick. Oh yeah, do you know about this card?
Card?
Edgeworth, for some reason, went pale the instant he saw this card.
Hey, I know what this is, pal.
You do?
No matter what way you look at it, I'd say it's a picture of a shell.
Gumshoe, you beautiful bastard. Thank you so much for that information. I appreciate it. No, really, really. You're doing God's work in that beautiful brain of yours, aren't you? That's it?
Oh yeah, that's right. Mr. Edgeworth really likes these cooked snail things.
Oh, sorry, just letting the demons out.
What are they called again? Escargot? Or something like that? Mr. Naka, I think we just solved the mystery of why Mr. Edgeworth's face turned pale, right?
As I suspected. Gumshoe has no clue. Alright, let's give him the transceiver, I guess.
The transceiver? Oh, Mr. Nick, you should ask Mr. Scruffy Detective about that thing.
What thing? Oh yeah, this thing just up and broke all of a sudden. It broke, pal. When I was talking to the kidnapper, it just suddenly broke into static. Look, it sounded like this. I don't hear any static, pal. Huh?
Maybe it fixed itself?
That's strange. I'm sure it was making a loud static noise. Maybe... Maybe what?
Maybe it was electromagnetic interference, pal.
Like... How... You can't sit here and tell me that you act like you know what the card is about and just yell, "It's a shell!" And then the next moment go, "Electromagnetic interference!" Like, no, that's not how that works, Gumshoe. Why can I not help but love you? Because it really hurts me sometimes. It really makes my heart just...
Electromagnetic interference. So what is electromagnetic interference?
It's something that happens when a radio wave gets mixed up with another signal, pal.
Oh, when you put it that way.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Like, for example, when a cell phone goes off next to a computer screen, the stuff on the screen gets kind of fuzzy and starts acting funny, right?
Huh? Computer?
It's like when you use the dryer next to the TV and the screen starts looking weird.
Oh yes, the TV does do that. Oh, so that's what you're talking about.
He seems amazingly happy about being able to understand this. So the room you're in when the interference of the transceiver happened, there's gotta be something there that's sending out very strong radio waves, pal. Something like a listening device or something. Huh? Hey, speaking of that, where were you when that happened?
We were in Mr. Corito's room, the scene of the murder.
What? That's it. I'm going to sneak into the precinct and get a bug sweeper. I'll meet you at the crime scene later, alright, pal? Oh, wait, Gumshoe. Oh yeah, baby. It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah!
And thus why I love Gumshoe. We should be going too.
Oh, we should be going to...
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
We should be going too, Mr. Nick.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go.
All right, where the heck is the bug? He said that he would meet us in the bug sweeper, right? With the bug sweeper in Carito's room. Gumshoe at it again with the detective special, yeah. Coming at you live with the detective special, yeah.
I fucking hate it.
March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Carito's hotel room.
Hey, you're finally here, pal.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
You have the, bug sweeper?
Well, you see, I got busted trying to sneak in, pal. And suddenly I'm staring at the precinct doors. From the outside, I mean. So yeah, I couldn't get one of the police bug sweepers.
What do you mean you couldn't get one? We need that item.
Hey, calm down, pal. I didn't say I didn't get one. Just not the police's.
Is that the same fucking bug sweeper from case 5 of the first game?
Wow, this is a bug sweeper.
It looks a little broken.
Hey, this was made when I was in elementary school, pal.
Wow. Oh?
By who? Me, of course. Seeing this sure brings back memories. Hey, don't look down on it, pal. It looks a little beat up. But I put my heart and soul into building this puppy here.
Your heart and soul?
It'll work. Trust me, pal. It'll do the job, but...
What? but you can't set the sensitivity. So it's going to beep at anything that gives off electromagnetic waves.
But isn't it better that way?
Well, anyway, since I brought it all this way, might as well give it a whirl, right, pal? I'm getting that sinking feeling again. Okay, now I'll tell you how to use this baby. There's a listening device or some sort of bug hidden in this room, pal.
So we're going to find it, right?
Right, now first let's turn the sweeper on. Next, move the sweeper around to give the room a real thorough looky-see, pal. The sweeper will let you know how strong of a signal it's picking up, so keep an eye on it, okay? Once you find something that's giving off a lot of radio waves, press enter to lock onto it. There's a lot of things here that's going to give off radio waves. So let's take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Alright, I'm gonna go stand outside and keep an eye out. Give me a yell if you find the bug, got it, pal?
Oh, it's probably just lights that give it off, huh? Yep, electronics, that's an air conditioner. I'm assuming that that's just supposed to... I'm assuming it's gonna be one of the fucking bears, right? Is it this?
Well, it certainly looks like an alarm clock.
What's wrong? Why do you look troubled?
I just can't imagine the listening device being inside this alarm clock. It just sort of reminded me something that happened a long time ago.
Oh.
Well, anyway, it looks like the listening device isn't in here.
It's not gonna be in the computer. It's the TV's remote control, but it doesn't look like the listening device is in here.
So I was thinking, I wonder if a TV remote works on, like, other things. Like, could I make you change your expressions like TV channels? Yeah!
Hey! What if I could? Oh, the people I would give the old mute button to. Well, I don't think it's going to work on me. Why don't we try it on Maya tomorrow, okay?
Okay!
It's not gonna be this, is it?
How about you, lovely bear?
Oh, this must be one of those fancy bear-shaped toy robots.
Is a robot? Is a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real one.
Mr. Nick,
Yes?
how many horsepowers does it have? How many horses?
Boy, this thing can pack so many ponies, let me tell ya.
Horsies? Well, it's a bear, so,
Is a cell phone bugged? No bugs in here.
Don't tell me you don't know what a cell phone is.
I'm sorry, I've never seen one before.
Now that she mentions it, my cell phone couldn't get any reception while I was staying in Karain Village. And Pearls has never lived outside that village, so, well, I guess I can't say it's impossible to live without one.
Dude, none of the bears are... It's the wine glass. Okay. Where the frick is it? TV would give it off. The lights, I guess we'll go here. Lamp, check. Listening device, nope.
There are a lot of lamps in this room, aren't there, Mr. Nick? Yeah, and they're all on. You shouldn't do that, Mr. Nick. Don't you know that's wasteful?
Yeah, I'll be more conscientious from now on, sorry. Lamp check, listening device, nope. Well, the phone is the most common place for a listening device, I'd say. But let's take the receiver apart first before we get ahead of ourselves here.
Well, you know a lot about electronics, don't you, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, I know tons, especially when it comes to taking them apart. It's my specialty. I'll leave the fixing part to Gumshoe.
So, is there a listening device in there?
No. I really thought it had to be on the phone, too.
God, it's Faz all over again. Only worse because we can't even fucking tell where we're supposed to be looking. I'll just check this to be safe. Lamp check, listening device, no, blah, 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 something about being wasteful. TV, doubt it. I don't really think the listening device is in the TV of all places.
Looks like the TV was left on.
Yeah, this channel plays all sorts of international movies as well as domestic ones.
You know, every time I watch one of those old movies, I always think, wow, these Japanese stars are really good at English.
Yeah.
When I grow up, I want to study Japanese too.
I should probably keep my mouth shut here and not destroy her dream. Well, the listening device isn't in the air conditioner.
Yuck, this air filter is covered in dust and dirt.
Yeah?
Come on, Mr. Nick, let's wash it.
I wonder if being a neat freak makes even the tiniest dust bunny looks colossal.
What?
Oh, nothing. What's in here?
The radio is on and playing something. Oh, it's the kids' question corner.
Professor, why is the Earth round?
Yes, why is it, Mr. Nick?
Why don't you listen to the radio program a little more, Pearls? Bold of you to think that the Earth is round. Am I right, chat? Round Earth? Please. That would be ridiculous. What is this?
What's this?
It's a small video camera. No listening device in this gizmo.
Everyone's trying to make everything smaller and smaller lately, aren't they, Nick?
That's what it seems like.
But I want to grow bigger and bigger.
Well, eating only vegetables isn't going to help you there. You have to eat meat, too. Fish ain't meat. Fish is fish. There's no listening device in the notebook computer. Huh.
What's a notebook computer?
You know what a notebook is?
Yeah, it's a small book with paper that you can write on, so?
Well, that thing is like a notebook in a way. It's basically a small laptop.
Mr. Nick, what's a laptop?
Oh my fucking lord, this girl. All the way in the corner. In the eye? Oh my god, that is precise.
This is just a giant stuffed teddy bear, right? It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Hey, so did you guys find it yet? The listening device, I mean.
No, not yet, but this bear's eye is...
Let's see. A perfectly normal stuffed bear with some really strong radio waves? Sounds like you found the device to me, pal. Let's dig this big fella's eye out and see what we've got.
No, you can't! Such a violent act.
What? Jesus, Gumshoe, just went to town with it with your fucking man hands. Chill. It's a miniature camera, and it looks like there's more. There's a transmitter and a timer. A what-a-mitter? A transmitter, pal.
Oh, is this more of that high-tech stuff?
Oh, buddy. Okay. So this tiny thing is a camera. Yup, it's a pinhole CCD camera, pal. It's a small high-grade video camera mostly used in security systems. So it's a video camera? It runs on a battery, which comes with it in a set. But there's no videotape in this camera. This is only the camera part here, pal. A tape recorder with the tape inside it is somewhere else.
Somewhere else?
The footage is changed into radio waves and then it's sent to that recorder.
So it's sort of like a TV broadcast, isn't it?
Hey, you know, you're right. Interesting. Okay. So if we find the transmitter with the murder time, then we're good, right?
So what is a transmitter?
It's a device that sends the footage the camera took to a specific destination. It's like a video version of a listening device, pal.
It looks like it's attached to a small clock-like thing.
Oh, that's the timer, pal. You can set it to turn the camera on and record at a certain time with it.
You can set it for a certain time.
Yep, let's see. This looks like it was set to start at 8 p.m. and go for 1 hour.
8 p.m.? That was the time the award ceremony ended.
There's no date set, so it's been recording every night, I guess.
Mr. Detective, how long has this bear been here?
I'm pretty sure it's been here since the night of the murder.
Then maybe.
Maybe this camera caught the murder on tape.
What?
And if you think about the angle the bear is at, it's bound to have a clear shot of the whole crime, pal. Interesting. Now we just need to find out where it transmitted the data to, right?
So there was a camera in this bear's eye?
And it was disguised as a present.
And I'm sure it was here on the night of the murder, pal. It's pretty big, so it stands out pretty well in my mind.
But who gave Mr. Kurita that present?
I, don't know, pal. But this means that someone out there's got a video of what happened here that night.
Isn't there a way that we can find out who that person is?
It's impossible, pal. Radio waves can be sent almost anywhere, so there's no real way to find out.
No.
Is there really no way to find out? Stuffed bear added to the court record.
I got it.
What?
Hey, pal. Let me borrow this mini camera for a bit. What are you going to do? I'm going to go around to the electronics shops and see if I can find out who bought this. But that's impossible. I mean, it's already 9 p.m. Leave it to me. Even I have to search all night. I'll find your man, pal.
Spy camera and transmitter given to Detective Gumshoe.
Oh yeah, baby! It's investigating time. I'm on fire, pal. My fingers are itching to go. Yeah, boy. I fucking love Gumshoe so much. Why is he like this? Jesus Christ.
He's gone.
Yeah.
But Mr. Scruffy Detective sure is a nice man. He's pushing himself so hard, all for Mystic Maya's sake.
Oh god, not another ship from fucking Pearl.
It's a mystery how you always manage to do things in the most inefficient ways, Wright.
You'll have to excuse me, I heard your conversation just now.
Edgeworth? What are you doing here?
A rescue team has been created and deployed. I can't say I'm optimistic, but we have to move forward one step at a time.
I see. Thanks.
Don't thank me yet. We still have to find her. So there was a spy camera hidden inside this stuffed animal. You are one lucky man, right?
Huh?
Do you know this stuffed bear, little girl?
I have no idea.
Of course not. The maker of this bear is a very expensive luxury brand from overseas. It's completely handmade, and only a small number of these are exported here.
What?
The camera and transmitter that Scatterbrain Detective took with him are dead ends. Things like those can be bought anywhere. However, this bear is different. By tracking how it got into this country, this bear can tell us who the buyer is.
Can you really do that, Mr. Nick? Can he really?
Well, I guess so. Why does Edgeworth know so much about stuffed bears?
Secret soft boy? I think so.
It's 9 p.m. I think I can still make it in time. I'll be taking this for now. For my, for the investigation, of course. I'm not going to keep it. That would be, tampering with the evidence. I'm taking this, to find out who bought it. Totally wasn't me or anything, and I totally didn't set this whole plan up just so you wouldn't question it. I'm sure you have other things to do.
Stuffed bear snatched up by Edgeworth. No!
See you soon, Wright.
But the bear's still there. Wait! What? Why are you doing this? I have no interest in explaining myself to someone who cannot comprehend. But besides that, Wright, until court reconvenes tomorrow, you should concern yourself with this question. Who was that person that murdered Juan Corrida? The real... Oh, sorry. The real killer? Do you really still think it was Adrian Andrews? Be honest, I don't know anymore. You still have a little time left. Find the truth, Wright. Everything begins with the truth.
Juan Corrida's real killer. Miss Andrews passed. The kidnapper whose sole condition is an acquittal for Mr. On Guard? And this card, Shelly the Killer. Maya, the only way I can save you now is to find all the answers to this case tonight. I don't understand what your real intentions are, Edgeworth. But as you said, all I can do for now is find the truth. To be continued! Okay. Chat, I gotta end off there for today. We've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes. So I want to say thank you all so much for coming out to the stream today. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the time. It was an amazing time, and I enjoyed it a lot. Other than that, though, guys, let me go ahead and start up some music for you guys to listen to while we're headed out here. And let's go look for somebody to raid out to, shall we? I hope you guys had an enjoyable time. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Actually, you know what? Let's not raid out. Let's not raid out. I'm gonna go ahead and just end stream here today. I got a lot of stuff I need to do, and I do appreciate everybody who came out and enjoyed it for a little bit. Thank you, Rainbow Penguin 9 for the follows and Rainbow Penguin for the raid. I appreciate it. Other than that, I hope you guys had a wonderful time. I hope you enjoyed your stay in the graveyard today, and we will hopefully see you all next time. Wait, no raid? I don't think we're gonna raid out today, Star, because, yeah, just reasons. Just reasons is the thing. So, yeah. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed your stay, and we will see you guys all next time. All right, if you guys are not already in the Discord, please feel free to join the Discord. What's the wait for? Oh, thank you for the host, Star. I appreciate it. If you guys are not already following us on socials, please follow us on socials. Reminder: I am taking a break in 3 days, so I will be taking about a week and a half, maybe 2 week break. So it will depend on that, but yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. I will be live again tomorrow at about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed your time in the graveyard. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your nights, a wonderful start to your day tomorrow. And we will see you guys hopefully next time. Bye-bye!